loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To Brown. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Moran. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, it's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Tollefson. Finds space on the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throwaway.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Butler. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Arizona State! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
To the air, it's Tollefson. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
If you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made a tackle for him.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. To the air, it's Tollefson. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. You just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
How about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Wants to throw on third. Complete downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field is Tollefson. Finds the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Snagged in the middle. It's Coffee. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding them. Nice catch.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He wants to throw it again. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Tollefson. Spits it out to the back. It's complete. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Caught over the middle. It's Butler. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
On the direct snap, it's White. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Direct snap. It's White. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen,
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. And the returner goes down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
And the Aggies will try to pick it up on fourth down. This is a design run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Connection to the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie!
And that's exactly exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. That's caught. It's Coffey. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Caught close to the marker. It's Coffey. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. Turning it on! Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Makes the grab, it's Coffey. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. And my quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Arizona State! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. They're trailing by 10 to Rutgers. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Takes the easy one to the back. Shakes off the defender. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Give to the running back. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Steps away. Going to try to get it himself. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for space. It's Stewart. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, better look out! They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Really nice job by the defense playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Armstrong.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Might be changing the route. They'll try to get outside. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the...
They got it. It's blocked. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And some room to work. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Back to throw, it's Tollefson. The grab near the marker is Hamilton. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set where now he can start to move towards where he wants to throw the football? And you could tell his feet weren't set and he was drifting a little bit.
Motion from the wideout. Second down, he'll throw it. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just split it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hamilton. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To throw, it's Tollefson. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Buying some time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. using his legs. It's White. Breaks into the open. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to as little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Breaks the tackle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And that's so well done by the defense there. Not only are you preventing him from getting the first down, you're also getting him out of bounds. So you stop the clock. You need to get the football back. You're doing a great job of conserving time on the clock for your offense to go and get you the win.
On the direct snap, it's White. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Western Kentucky is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 21 to West Virginia. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking, we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Coffee. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Toss to the left. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Coffee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short in the first.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Arizona State.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the catch. First down and maybe a lot more.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on 4th down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, he's just going to come up and try and draw him off sides and get a cheap one and get a cheap first down. But no, this coaching staff, they decided to go out and not just go for it, throw for the first down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.